Hyrox undoubtedly is.
Excited, you look great, bro.
I still don't think I would have gotten sub 1 hour.
Dad, can I help you make coffee?
Do I actually want to go into the pain cave? Especially since that could be.
Dad, can I help you make coffee?
Yes, you can. Pull. This. You're welcome. There you go.
Coffee corner.
Cole's coffee corner, baby. That's a cool store. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little surprised at Chicago and what my results ended up being. I had the goal of going sub 1 hour, ended up going 108. Even if I had felt good, I've done enough fitness to know that had I felt good and felt phenomenal and had a good race, a race that I would have been like really ecstatic about, I still don't think I would have gotten sub 1 hour. Like it's just that it's a different test. And so it's changed the way that I've perceived the way that needs to train. And I put so much time and emphasis on improving my running endurance and mileage. It ended up being so much about compromised running and being able to run under fatigue and duress. I think that I could have done more training at higher intensities so that when my body got into the race and experienced the intensity of finishing the sled and having to go into a hard run, it would have been able to process the metabolic waste or just the fatigue that had built up in the system. And I think one, raising your VO2 max ceiling is going to be good. Increasing running anaerobic capacity is going to be good. And then I think, yeah, ultimately you still just have the foundation of accumulating a lot of mileage. So this next prep is all about balancing how can I get in a large amount of mileage with all the right different buckets of conditioning, run conditioning that you need, from the endurance bucket and VO2 max, lactate threshold, and some anaerobic capacity work. So how do we balance all of those things during this prep?
You're so baby.
I'm frozen. Thank you.
The maze put up the mirage.
They're savage, just savages. It's been so long since I've gone and trained at a gym that this bag is just full of stuff, and I am massively reducing it because I don't need nearly as many gadgets and grips and wrist wraps and things like that. Like the one main thing that I'm trying to get out of today's session is, one, I haven't had a ton of time to train this week, so I've spent a lot of time already hedging towards getting out and doing endurance work because it's the simplest thing to get out and do, just go for a run. So I haven't got a ton of strength stuff in. We don't have a ton of time today, so I'm gonna build to a heavy power clean, build to a heavy back squat, and that's just the intent there, is to keep the neuromuscular system sharp, essentially keep my strength. I just don't want my strength to fall off. And then the conditioning session that I'm doing is repeated sprint intervals, and that is to maintain high levels of power output. Something that I was surprised that wasn't very good on the floor in Chicago was I felt like my power left me really early. One of the things that I'm most excited about this next phase of life, next season of life, is as an athlete, so much of the family's lives revolved around me. And when Cole needs to sleep, when Cole needs to eat, we can't go out and socialize because Cole has to train, and we can't go for a walk because I have a big squat day the next day. Like there's like those, I thought through all those things, and I think the thing that I'm most excited about for this next season of life is having things be less about me all the time, and it's time for the boys, like it's time for them to shine and to let the family shine, and I'm really excited for that. You know, I want to live to serve other people, and there was something that I struggled with. Of like everybody always wanted to serve me and maximize me, and so yeah, it'd be it's a good season of life we're stepping into. So fun fact, I was actually once upon a time the owner of Mode CrossFit, not legally, but I was actually like, I opened the gym. I was the L2 person that had to, you know, be on the opening, the certificate or whatever. And so people think this is James' spot. This is actually my spot.
What are you doing? Yeah, I was expecting to see you, bro. I'm so excited. You look great, bro. Me and Matt were tracking you live. We were at the gym, we're like watching you, like, whoa. That's what we were saying. It was really fun. Your first run was a little fast, bro.
No. It actually wasn't.
It said 308.
Yeah, but
I was like,
it was literally a quarter of the distance shorter. They told us that. They said expect that, and like when they show your sheet, they said you will run 1 1/4, and then you will run 1 3/4 the rest of the
Okay.
So everybody who we were briefed on that.
That makes sense.
You were trying to go what?
I was trying to go sub an hour too. Yeah, I wanted it. My body did not have it.
What do you think kept you from sub 1 hour?
Overestimating my aerobic fitness. I thought that I was way fitter than I was. And also in CrossFit, we work in like mostly 10 to 15 minute time domains. Like that's long for us. So going 4 times that like really exposed some holes in my game. And we're just not pure endurance athletes. Like we're trying to be good at everything, but you have to be great at endurance to go sub 1 hour. And being great at endurance doesn't necessarily benefit me where I'm at in CrossFit, because I also need to be really strong. I need to be really good at gymnastics. So I'm always playing this fine line of like how much is too much endurance. And so I think if I want to go sub an hour, I'm gonna have to sacrifice some other areas of my fitness.
Oh, it's heavy. Do a quick build to a heavy power clean and jerk, and then we'll do a quick build to a back squat. We'll get into those intervals, and then if there's time, accessory work, peace out. Everything I do isn't to necessarily optimize Hyrox, but everything I do will also translate. And the whole idea is, this is all about power output, explosiveness, drive off the floor, force production. And if you can be more powerful or stronger, it takes less muscle to move implements, to run. So like, I'm still going to always keep, hey, I want to keep my strength, I want to keep my power. So I'm going to train those things into some capacity, because it will translate at the right times in the right ways. One of the main things that I'm doing in my training is taking comp train workouts that we program, particularly the long ones. And every time we have a cardio machine in there, or a piece of cardio machine, I substitute running in for it. Like what you'll see from me today is I'll do this repeated strength, or the repeated sprint intervals, and then afterwards I'll accumulate more mileage just to get more mileage in. It's like one of those types of things. So that's how I'm getting my like easy mileage, is after those things. And so like a comp training workout, I might do a 1 mile easy run into it, go into the workout, hit it hard, and then do 2 miles easy on the back end of it, right? So it's like, it's piecing that together, getting more specific of doing compromised things. The clean off the ground feels decent, but once I get it to my shoulders, like it feels the heaviest it's ever felt in my life. It's weird. I just haven't been doing it, you know what I mean? It's like, it's truly the concept, like if you don't use it, you start to lose it. Some punk kid that tried to hang out with me once upon a time. Not Maddox, I'm talking about James.
Something funny? You know what's funny is how heavy you're lifting. Because you're so strong, I don't feel worthy to be in the same room as you. Do you miss this? We did this for a whole year straight.
It was all I did is I come into the gym and I get trolled. I still care a lot. Still care a lot. It's amazing. Like I'll get out of sessions. You're like, oh yeah, I'll try to get training in, but then I get into a session. Oh, I love this. I think you gotta find your limits across every spectrum, especially when you're wanting to perform well in something. This is kind of the first time in a long time that I've had more of that feeling of like, ooh, do I actually want to go into the pain cave? I have to face this to know if I'm weak or not here, because this might be an area that I can improve on and close a gap. It might be the thing, it might not be the thing, but I got to explore for a little bit to know. And it was harder than I anticipated to take myself to a limit than it used to be, or usually is. All right guys, thanks for joining me today. I just wanted to share a little bit of what training looks like these days, especially leading into the next Hyrox in Phoenix. We'll be cutting together some more of these, so make sure you tune in. I'm excited to do this with you guys, and thanks for being here. We'll see you guys in the next one.